Yo, what is up everyone, and welcome back to another interesting power levels video, where in today's episode we compare some of the major Impel down prisoners shackled behind the bars of the strongest and the most dangerous prison in the One Piece series, as we descend the levels ourselves and meet more and more suspicious and mysteriously strong prisoners. We will present their strength with a power levels bar. Now, I did my best to make sure everything was accurate because for some of these legendary prisoners, we had no actual combat to base off from, but only feats. That said, Impel Down had a lot of crazy, powerful prisoners, and let's jump right into the video. If you want more power levels videos and want to have an effect on the videos I make, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button down below. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. The power levels of every prisoner in Impel Down. Now, for level 1, we didn't have too many significant people to this series, but Buggy, despite later becoming a warlord, was given only the first floor to work with. Goen was another prisoner in the manga and anime, and he basically represents the estimated average of prisoners in level 1. As we head right into level 2, the jump in powers is significant as we have a former Baroque Works member joining the fray. He's slightly stronger than the average power level of a prisoner in level 2 of Impel Down. By slightly, I mean about 2.5 times more. And that judging of Mr. 3 from the previous level holds true, as when we get into the third level of Impel Down, I have estimated the average prisoner there to be of about 100,000 power level. Now, one of my favorite characters, the god Tuban Clay, was there as well, and he surprised me by showing a greater amount of strength than I had anticipated, thus his higher ranking. Finally, we get near the pinnacle of Baroque Works with Mr. 1, who in the series was only a tad bit stronger than Tuban Clay. Just like the previous few levels, I have estimated the average of level 4 prisoners to be about 150,000, which is an extremely high threshold indeed. However, we didn't have any mentioned level 4 prisoners besides Mr. 1 that we can mention on the other power scale. And we get to witness level 5 for the first time, and on the power level meter we can see right away Monkey D. Luffy. He was sentenced to level 5 and was at the time greatly mismatched amongst the fray of the Impel Down guards, prisoners, and later the Paramount War. Things just weren't working out for Luffy in that mess, but one major advantage was him realizing how much stronger he needed to be. Now, Inazuma works directly under Ivankov, who is in the Revolutionary Army. And right up next, we do indeed have Ivankov, also at level 5, and with an arsenal of powers to his or her name. However, Ivankov was slightly beaten out by Morley, who in the manga and anime was stated to have created the entire level of 5.5, even with all the prisoner guards and Magellan. This is an impressive feat indeed, and this is why Morley deserves to be at the top of level 5. Now here is where things start getting a little dangerous, and we might see the power levels shoot up suddenly. On this level, we have the weakest member, Crocodile, or the first warlord Luffy had to face, followed by Ace, who was second in command of Whitebeard's fleet, and with the powers of the Flame Fruit, narrowly beats out Croc's Sand. There are just lots and lots of prisoners in level 6, and here's where one of the first appearances of Jinbei occurs, and he is quite strong, being affiliated with the warlord status and also a whale type of fishman. However, Shiryu in the manga and anime appeared to be deadly strong and narrowly edges out Jinbei because of his actions in the Prison Break arc. Here's where we get into some of the people Blackbeard recruited for his pirate crew from level 6, and most of these people's crimes committed had to be completely erased because they were so atrocious. Vasco Shaw is the weakest member of these recruits, followed by Katerina Devon, who was the first female prisoner at Impel Down. Then is Pizarro, another one of Blackbeard's recruits, but Doflamingo creates a mild disturbance in the Blackbeard hierarchy as he was placed here not too long ago for his escapades on Dressrosa. And finally, we are at the pinnacle of power in Impel Down, the last few prisoners on the last few levels. Szechuan Wolf is undoubtedly the strongest member of the Blackbeard recruits because he was known for his strength and is also a colossal giant. But hands down, the strongest member in Impel Down history is Shiki, who was the only one to escape before the massive prison break and meddled with the likes of Roger and Whitebeard. All said and done, Shiki was probably the 4th closest or 3rd closest to being Pirate King. And that's it for today's power scaling video. Make sure to subscribe and I'll see you in the next video.